What's up, people? We're back. I feel like every fucking video I start with, I'm back. I'm back on it for good. Weekly videos coming on soon. Honestly, since last video, just been super busy. August can be a little bit of like a quieter month with business at the very start, right? People are kind of coming into a busier end of summer. They want to get the rest of their enjoyment out of the way for summer. It was also a very busy month for me, as I pointed out in the last video. I did get engaged and shit. But then as soon as that like second half of August is finished, it does increase in intensity. Like, so I've had a very busy few weeks on a business side of things, which is great. Obviously, I love when things in business do pick up because man needs to put food on the table. But yeah, I haven't had time to actually sit down and record a YouTube video. I've been putting a little bit more effort into the podcast, not the Strength City one. That is in the pipeline. We have some episodes recorded. We just need to actually release them. But I've been putting more effort into like my solo podcast, just because it's easy to do, right? I just have to sit down with the microphone. I don't need to be looking good. I don't need to have to worry about fancy editing. I just sit down and talk about a topic. It's been getting good feedback. Listens are going up. Ratings are going up. Phenomenal, okay? As I mentioned in the last video, I have a competition planned for the start of December. And at the moment, I'm back in Ireland. So I'm back in Ireland for a couple of weeks. I have a few bodybuilding shows to attend. Had a client competing last weekend in powerlifting. And the next 2 weekends are going to be bodybuilding shows. Today, however, we are going to go to Fire. I have legs to train. And I'm meeting up with my client, Jack. So Jack has been dieting for, God, probably 30 weeks at this point. He's down 20 kilos. We are planning to do a photo shoot, but there's been an issue with the photographer. So we're going to bypass the photo shoot itself, the professional one. We're just going to meet up. We're going to train today together. And we're going to get some shots of him because his physique is looking phenomenal. He does have plans to compete in the future. And this is kind of like a nice tester phase to see, like, you know, like, would he enjoy the process? And like, you know, what we kind of need to work on as we come into like a growth phase. So he's down to 20 kilos. He's fucking shredded. I can't wait to show him here on the channel. He has an amazing work ethic, and when we get him on stage, he's going to do phenomenal because like just the way people can carry themselves is going to be massively different. Like, some people with their approach are they're just super dialed in. He's one of those guys, and he trains super fucking hard, which you'll see today. So I'm going to get my pre-workout meal in. Black pudding, low calorie black pudding. It's fucking good shit. So I'm gonna get this in. I have Weetabix to eat then, and then I'm gonna meet Jack. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Nice. Too heavy. Front halves, we'll get into it again, okay? Yeah. So, if you shoulder it apart, always start from the ground up. So from here, think about corkscrewing the leaves out. You see there have a little bit of a bend? Yeah, exactly right. Now hips back, hips back. From here, flare lats. Let your arms rest in the lats. Keep that chest up nice and tall. Nice.
The difference is there.
Yeah. So, widen your stance a tiny bit more. Widen your stance a tiny bit more. Good. Stick your arse out. Yeah, that's much better. Drag the feet back. Drag the feet back.
Here, glutes back while you're tracking the
Yeah, it's like you're trying to essentially arch through your lower back, but keep your arse clear. Now look at that. Yeah, that looks good. Now lean back. Yeah. So sit around these poses, right? You're also thinking about keeping those hips back. Yeah, you can see that there. Your quads start to pop so much more when you keep this back.
Yeah, like I would just go like this.
Yeah. Yeah, so always keeping the corkscrew, hips back. Very nice. Alright, inside tricep. Here's the way you usually do it, the classic one. Yeah, that's nice. So the back poses are slightly different than how you pose them from the front, because you're also thinking about kind of spiking the hamstring.
Yeah.
So from the front, it would look like this, right? You have one lead up, and this one you're essentially kind of using to balance yourself. Similar principle to most front shots, you're thinking because the core screwed into the ground. It does make you look wider, right? So you're always trying to think about keeping the X frame. Down the back leg, you essentially want to again corkscrew out, but you're keeping on the ball of toe so you can actually contract your calf, and you're also thinking about dragging backwards to contract your hamstring. Alright? So what it looks like from the back is place this front foot first, back leg, drag back. Not too far, you don't need to like, be going like this, because then you're going to have issues with like she's rotating around. So essentially what I like to think about is like just a tiny bit more behind this one. Okay? So back, legs just out, corkscrew out. And from here, again, think about kind of bringing the glutes out, tilt that pelvis forward. Here, lean back. You can see how that's really fucking weird from the side. And then essentially coming into that, into basically a black pull down. Think about spreading the elbows out apart. And then crank the elbows back. Okay? Nice. One good tip with the real spread as well is when you're actually kind of setting your hands. So one thing you don't want to do is like kind of have your hands up too forward. Yeah, so I essentially like to think about kind of starting to kind of drag from here, because then I can kind of feel essentially where like those kind of bony protrusions of my hips are going to be, and then from there I have my elbow pretty much as wide as I can. It's also going to take away any kind of fat that may be on the back and push it forward, and also like to make my waist stronger. Yeah, think about making the elbows nice and wide. Yeah, that's much better. Bring that leg out and really kind of show off the quads. Nice. Jack has earned this meal. Probably what, your first meal off your diet in how many weeks?
Too long, half a year. 30 weeks. Buzzing, man. Gonna devour this.
Cheeky Nando's.
I'm going to devour this, man. Next OGs.
Got my smoothie, back in the smoothie buzz. Because, I don't know, after dieting, I really wanted to start incorporating more fruit into the diet. And full disclosure, I don't really like eating fruit. I like having raspberries in my oats, that kind of shit, my cream rice. But this is the classic smoothie. If you followed my prep series, the exact same combination, I've never deviated from it really when it comes to smoothies. I'm not very creative because why would I want to deviate from what could be the best combination of fruit? Look at the thickness of it, like. So, blueberries, raspberries, pineapple, all frozen, a banana, coconut milk, and then a raspberry or strawberry whey. It's good shit. So, as somebody who is trying to keep their calories high, eating as much fruit as I have in this would be quite hard. So there's about 75 grams of pretty much all of those in this. So that's, I'm no mathematician, but it's about 300 grams. 300 grams, me eating 300 grams right now of fruit would be stuffed, right? So if there's one way for you to increase your satiety, it's to spend more time chewing food and eating higher volumes of food. One way to bypass it is to drink your food, which is why, you know, people give like, you know, liquid meals to people in hospitals, for example, right? Because they can just kind of get them down without actually having to worry about the person having an appetite. So drinking this here, I'm still going to get the same level of fiber, still going to get the fiber benefits, but I'm also going to get in my fruit now without really having to worry about being absolutely stuffed because I've just taken in 300 grams of fruit. In this bowl, I have rice pudding. So rice pudding, and I have some meringue crushed up into it. So this is typically a post-workout meal. Now I am usually having Cocoa Pops at the moment when I'm in Spain. Anyway, look, we're not here to talk about my diet. I want to talk about the situation I find myself in just as of this week. It's a very annoying situation. So, I mentioned at the start of the video how my previous train block wasn't going well. I haven't been training great over summer. I was overshooting my loads just more than I really should be. And I was hampering my training progressions. I was having setbacks and almost regressions in my bench press and my squat. I was pretty much like starting a block at a level that was too high and pretty much not getting better at all because of that. And just kind of going backwards and forwards within the train block. Now, this block, I've been like, right, Shane, you're going to start with a block really fucking light, probably lighter than, you know, your ego will allow you. And from there then, what you're going to do is you are going to gradually bump the weights up, okay? So I've been doing that. And as a result, lifting, training has been feeling great, right? Squats are feeling great, bench has been feeling great, and deadlift has been feeling great. And I'm on track for a really, really good end of block, especially my squat, my deadlift. Now, I was on for a good block for my bench, and it's probably the best bench I've felt in a long, long time. However, I was benching on Saturday, I was doing pin press, got to my third set, and on my third set, as I was just initiating the press, got a sharp pain from here, where my pec tendon is, all the way through to the muscle belly. Now, smartly, I was like, you know what, I'm going to rack this here, I'm going to leave bench for the day, because I've gotten injuries before, and what's made them worse is by going like, maybe on the second rep it's going to feel a little bit better. Maybe if I do another rep it's going to feel a little bit better. Maybe I just misgrooved it. And lo and behold, it doesn't get better, and the injury just gets quite bad. So I racked it, I was like, cool, I'll leave this. I have a couple of days rest now. I had 2 rest days before I was benched again. Went to bench on Tuesday, And warming up, felt okay. I did kind of feel a little bit, got up to my top single. The top single itself moved lovely, and so did my back offset. However, they just didn't feel great. So I left it with the back offset as the top single. I was like, okay, you know, maybe it's the wide grip. I didn't show you today, me benching, but literally 70, 100 kilos on the bar, you know, I could feel it just as I'm bringing the arm across the body, just that sharp pain. And it's extremely annoying because my range of motion is not restricted. This is not sore. Internal rotation is fine, external rotation is fine. I'm able to like go through this motion here, abduction, adduction. I'm able to press overhead. I was doing some shoulder press after I couldn't bench on Tuesday. So yeah, this is going to add in a little bit more spice into the fact that I am going to be competing in maybe 10 weeks time, and as well because my bench has never been a strong lift. So yeah, look, obviously, you know, the overshoot gods decided, you know what, we're not gonna get you in the block where you're constantly overshooting. We're gonna wait until you're actually doing right by your program. So it is frustrating, not gonna lie. I don't really get injured all that often, and again, it's because I'm not like restricting mobility in like these planes of motion, which is really fucking annoying. So yeah, look, it's on me now to actually kind of sort something out. I've kind of mentioned to my coach, mentioned to John, so I'll kind of get his advice rolling forward. Like, is it a case of just across the next week I just decide, okay, I'm not going to do any kind of like horizontal pressing? We'll see. Maybe we'll just do some vertical pressing. Maybe we'll just kind of focus on my tricep training. Or do we kind of seek help? Like, if after this week we don't really kind of see improvement, like that would be what I want to go towards. Because sometimes with these things, like rushing into getting help is not necessarily what like most even physios would like advise, especially if it's not something that is like, you know, having like bruising or like loss of range of motion, but something just like that feels like a muscle strain. And I don't want to like make a bigger deal out of it than it is. Like, realistically, by the next time you watch a video from me, it could be completely fine. I might not be talking about it at all, but that's something I'm dealing with at the moment, and it's causing me a tiny bit of anxiety. But you know what, if anything, just that like reduced bench volume now just means I can focus on my squatting and deadlifting, which like I am pretty damn sure that I might be on for track for some nice rep PBs at the end of this block, which would be lovely because we're on triples. So anyway, to make myself feel better, I got myself a nice little present. Boom, got myself a nice camera. So at the moment I'm using a ZV E10. However, Emma got one of these. So it is the DJI like handheld. I'll show you here. So see like that. I'll open it up and show you. Okay, so this is the little packet it comes in. It's nice and small. So one of the reasons I actually wanted to get this is because I like this camera. The quality is great. However, the battery life is not great, and to vlog outside is a little bit of a hassle because, you know, we just look like a little bit of a prick walking around with a tripod and a huge camera on top. So I wanted to get something a little bit slicker. So this is what it looks like. Like, look at it, right? It's my phone, okay? It's literally smaller than my phone. So Emma got this and I was very impressed because it has a gimbal. So when you turn it on, see if there's any battery on this. Oh, yeah, look. So it has this gimbal here that does have eye tracking. So as I use it, for example, it will start to follow me around. No, I can't really. It's gonna take me a little bit of time to work out, but look how small it is. So this little thing swivels around, and apparently is, when I face it towards me, it should like, has eye tracking. So like if I move, it will start like following me around, which is pretty damn cool. So this is gonna be used for like vlogging for YouTube and actually making better content. So it comes with this, and then there are also some other gadgets that come alongside it. Some cords and cables, not really that interesting. We have a power bank. We also have, oh no, these are actually power banks that go at the bottom, and it does come with a receiver, a mic receiver. So yeah, look, this is gonna make the vlog probably a little bit more interesting, because one of the reasons I just haven't been vlogging is because bringing the camera around is actually just a bit of a hassle. If I'm being honest, it doesn't fit nicely into my gym bag. these are the things that put me on things. If there's friction to doing something like vlogging, yeah, it can be a little bit harder. But anyway, look, I feel like I'm just kind of moaning at the moment. But yeah, look, I look forward to getting some clips of this and sharing some better content over time. Alright, I'm going to finish this. I'm going to start my rice pudding. I'm going to bring himself. Milo! Milo! I'm gonna bring myself for a little bit of a walk, and then I'm gonna chill. Okay, so that's pretty much that for today. So hopefully you did enjoy just watching the video. I didn't really talk all that much other than rambling here at the end, but I wanted to, you know, catch up with Jack. So this is my first time actually meeting Jack in person, and one of the reasons why I'm actually why we did kind of move home is actually to do not move home, but we moved to Spain is so that we could actually come and do shit like that with our clients. Like, I work as an online coach, however it's nice to meet my clients in person every once in a while. So also my powerlifters, I see them all the time at competitions, with the likes of my bodybuilding guys. I'm gonna have them competing now across the 2 weeks, but like, you know, I want to have guys who are trying to, like, you know, they want to compete in the future, prepping for photo shoots. You know, kind of meeting them at some point along their journey is like super important for both, kind of like, you know, seeing, like, you know, what things are like when you're not behind the camera. But that is also great for, like, developing, like, you know, a stronger relationship with, you know, your clients. Which, yeah, look, I'm forever grateful for the job that I have, because it is one that's extremely rewarding, and it is class that everybody I work with has the exact same interest as me. Realistically, right? We all love lifting, we all like training, and you know, it's nice to be creating like a really solid team of people who just like who love gym, who love getting better, and yeah, look, I always feel a little bit cringy when I talk about this kind of stuff, but it is yeah, look, it's not a bad gig. It's not a bad gig. Anyway, right, I'll leave this video here. Next one, we're gonna be doing a show day vlog, but this time I'm not gonna be on stage. All right, talk soon.